Okay, so the movie kicks off, and right away, it's super intense. There are these people by a river, and they find a boat. Inside, an unconscious guy and a dead girl. But get this, her head is totally missing, and they're both just covered in blood. It's a whole messed up scene. Fast forward 20 years, we meet this dude named Noi. He's making dinner and goes to get his daughter, Sao. He peeks in her room, and holy cow, her head has come off her body. But Noi doesn't even freak out. He just waits a second, goes in, and she's totally fine again, all back in one piece. So crazy. Her dad gives her some medicine, and the next day they're out of there. Noi takes her to this priest who's also a doctor. The priest checks Sao out and then has a chat with Noi. Noi is all like, hey, this medicine you gave us is helping her control it, but she's not cured. The priest is basically like, just keep giving it to her, don't ever miss a dose. Then he asks Noi about this old chest pain he used to have, and Noi says it went away after Sao was born. The priest tells him, look, if Sao's saliva ever gets on someone, they'll get infected too. It turns out the herbs in her medicine aren't working as well because she's growing up. And here's the big backstory dump. So 20 years ago, Noi had a friend who was a Krisu. That's this demon thing that's a curse. When the person gets mad, their head just pops off their body with all these tentacles and a glowing red light. They eat animals and stuff. So Noi's friend was a Krisu, and she got too close to him, and boom, he got infected. The villagers found out about her eating all their animals, and they killed her. That headless girl from the boat from the beginning, that was her. And the unconscious guy, that was Noi. After that whole disaster, Noi married some other girl he loved, but because he was infected, she got infected too and became a Krisu. Then she had Sao. And you'd think they would learn, but the villagers found out about his wife and killed her too. So now Noi is hiding Sao from everyone because he doesn't want to lose her like he lost everyone else. Okay, so back to the present. Sao is hanging out at the priest's house and meets this super strange kid named Cloud. This dude has white hair all over and his eyes are different. Sao takes him into the forest and plays the mouth organ for him, which he thinks is really cool. He's into drawing, so he sketches a picture of her. Then, an injured pigeon falls right next to them. Some bully kids show up and try to snatch the pigeon. Cloud is like, no way! So they start beating him up. Seeing this makes Sao go completely ballistic. She loses control and turns into a Krisu right there, head flying off and everything. The bullies are terrified and just bolt. After they're gone, Cloud just says her name and she turns back to normal. But now he's seen her secret, so she gets scared and runs away. Then Cloud takes the hurt pigeon to his brother who's a med student. His brother's like, sorry dude, this bird's a goner. But then, get this, Cloud holds the pigeon and starts shaking, and in like 2 seconds, the bird is perfectly healed. He has magic powers. His brother's floored, so he cuts his own hand and tells Cloud, heal me. Cloud grabs his hand, does his weird shaky thing, and poof, the cut is gone. His brother's reaction is basically, okay, you can never tell anyone about this, ever. The very next day, the brother leaves for the city to continue his studies. Turns out he and Cloud were adopted by the priest, and now Cloud is super sad that his big brother is gone.
So to cheer him up, Sao just gives him her mouth organ. Cloud is like, okay, but seriously, what was that whole thing with your head yesterday? So Sao just grabs his hand and puts it on her chest. And Cloud hears this weird thumping sound inside her. Then Cloud's like, my turn, and puts her hand on his chest, and she hears a weird sound too. This just proved that they're both definitely not normal kids and have some kind of crazy connection. The next morning, Cloud wakes up in serious pain. Turns out Sao's saliva was still on that mouth organ, and when he played it, he got infected. But whatever he has, he just shakes it off super fast and gets better. When he goes outside, he sees Sao's dad has taken her away. He's totally bummed because he didn't even get to say goodbye. Okay, so fast forward 12 years. Sao and her dad are living in a new town, and Cloud is still in the same place and has become this amazing painter. Sao's been taking a new medicine from the priest, and she hasn't turned into a Krisui for a long time. But her dad is still super worried, so he basically never lets her out of his sight. Then we see a Krisui in the forest, and she is starving. She finds a pig and just starts drinking its blood and tearing into it. And surprise, it's Sao! The medicine totally isn't working anymore. When Sao turns back and realizes what she did, she's a wreck and just starts crying. Her dad finds her and is just like, all right, pack your bags, we're leaving. The next day, some people find the mauled pig in the forest, and they immediately know a Krisui is around. Word gets to this local gangster, and he gets this big idea. He's like, yeah, I've heard about her. If we catch her, we'll be famous. So he tells one of his guys to go hire a specific hunter, a dude who's known for catching monsters. Meanwhile, Noi takes Sao back to the priest's place for help. The priest says that since Sao has grown up, they need to make the medicine even stronger. He lets them hide out at his house. Sao wanders into Cloud's old room and is checking out his awesome paintings when Cloud himself walks in. They're so happy to see each other after all this time. And get this, Cloud still has the mouth organ she gave him. Then Cloud's brother shows up, he's back from med school, and they all have dinner together. Later that night, the brother comes to talk to Cloud and is all like, "So, can you still heal people with your powers?" Cloud totally ignores him. His brother says he's been researching it for 10 years but can't figure out where Cloud's powers came from. At the same time, Sao is out in the woods again, full-on Krasui, eating another wild animal. The next morning, she wakes up and is just devastated. When some people find the animal's body, they call that Hunter the gangster wanted. Sao goes to see Cloud and he has paint on his face, so she laughs and cleans it off. He takes her for a ride on his bike into the city. People are staring at Cloud's crazy white hair, but they don't even care. They're just having a really great time, and you can totally see Cloud is starting to fall for her. That night, as they're heading back, Sao says she wishes every day could be like this. So Cloud gets an idea and tells her to give him her hands. He closes his eyes and tries to use his power to heal her, but it totally backfires. They both get hit with this insane pain and have to let go. So much for that plan. Then the scene flips to the Hunter. He's lying on the ground all wounded and his dead buddies are all around him. Then his eyes pop open. It was a nightmare. But here's the messed up part. The dream was real. He remembers going to hunt a Krasui with his team, and the thing just attacked and killed everybody. He was the only one who survived, but he got bitten. This means he's now a male Krasui, which is called a Krahung. And get this, a Krahung has to eat the hearts of female Krasuis to stay alive. It's a total disaster. So the Hunter goes back to his gangster boss. The gangster gives him some cash and is like, "This is your down payment. I want that Krasui alive or I'll kill you." Then the Hunter hears kids' voices coming from a truck. He checks it out and finds a bunch of kids trapped inside. He realizes his boss is a child smuggler and one of the kids is his own son.
He totally freaks out when he sees his own son in there. The gangster's like, "Look, I paid their parents good money. You want your kid back? Bring me the Krasu." It's a total messed up situation. Meanwhile, Sao is in crazy pain all night because she's getting hungry again. And yep, the next morning, a whole bunch of chickens at a farm have been killed and eaten. We all know who did that. So a crowd gathers, including Noi and the priest. Noi's like, "This is bad. We got to get her out of here." Sao is in a room, just crying her eyes out because she hates what she's becoming. Cloud shows up to see her, but she's so not in the mood that she just hides from him. A little later, Noi is getting Sao ready to leave, and Cloud finds them. He just stands there looking at Sao as she and her dad leave to go back to their old house. It's super sad. While they're gone, Cloud's brother and the priest are hitting the books, trying to figure out how to kill the Krasu curse inside Sao for good. That night, the Hunter's just sitting in his car in the middle of nowhere, waiting. But then the Karong inside him starts to take over. He tries to take medicine, but it's no use. He's in agony, and then boom, he transforms. And get this, the gangster sent 2 of his goons to spy on the Hunter, so they see the whole thing. The Karong just brutally murders them both. Back at the house, Sao is asleep and her head pops off again. Noi sees it and slams the door shut so she can't fly out. He's literally holding the door with all his might while the Krasu is on the other side, trying like crazy to get out. The next day, he's burning all her bloody clothes to hide the evidence. Just then, the priest shows up with Cloud and his brother. Sao is so happy to see Cloud, it's really sweet. The priest gives Noi some new, stronger medicine for her. Cloud's brother starts snooping around the house and finds out that Noi is also doing research on the Krasu herbs. Turns out Noi used to be a med student. Then Sao takes Cloud down to the river and he plays that same mouth organ she gave him all those years ago. She loves it, and he's just happy to see her smile. But then that night, it all goes wrong. Sao is putting out bedding for everyone, and she just starts screaming in pain. In seconds, she starts turning into the Krasu right in front of him. Everyone rushes in. Noi is trying to calm her down like, "Honey, it's me, it's your dad." But she's too far gone, just making these terrifying noises. Then Cloud, brave dude that he is, walks right up to her. He's like, "Hey, calm down. It's me, your friend." But she's not listening. She fully transforms and grabs his neck with one of her tentacles. But even then, he isn't scared. He just gently touches her face and says something like, "My love, come back. It's Cloud. Are you going to kill me?" And you won't believe it, but it works. She calms right down and then just faints. And the second she passes out, Cloud faints too. So the priest tells Cloud's brother, "Listen, we can use Cloud's powers to make a vaccine for Sao. I know he has something special inside him." But the brother's not having it. He's like, "He is not your lab rat. I won't let you experiment on him." But Cloud wakes up just in time to hear everything. He tells the priest, "You can use me, I'll do anything to help Sao." The next day, Cloud and Sao are by the river again, and he tells her, "I think I might be the only way to cure you." She's totally worried, like, "But what if something happens to you?" He tells her to trust him. So the priest is in his lab working with a sample of Cloud's blood. Then,
The Kurong busts in full Kurong mode. He's completely changed. The priest actually knew him and was trying to treat him, but he never told him about Sao because he was scared the Kurong would just eat her heart. The Kurong came for his medicine, and the priest tries to stall, thinking he can inject him with the new cure made from Cloud's blood. But before he can do anything, the Kurong attacks him. He bites the priest's neck and kills him. Everyone hears the screams and runs in. They shoot at the Kurong and it takes off. Cloud's brother is heartbroken. Noi grabs a gun, and just then the Kurong shows up right where Sao and Cloud are. Before it can do anything, Cloud's brother sneaks up and injects him from behind. The Kurong is writhing in pain. Noi decides to handle it himself and tells Cloud, take Sao and run. He knows she's a Krasuno. Sao doesn't want to leave her dad, but he forces her to go. As they're running, Noi cuts Sao's hand and smears her blood all over himself. It's a diversion. The Kurong smells her blood and goes straight for Noi. They get into this insane fight. While they're fighting, Noi tells Cloud to get Sao in the car. They all pile in and speed off, but the Kurong is right on their tail, smashing into the car over and over again. They crash. Cloud's brother gets hurt, and Sao starts feeling that awful pain in her chest again. Noi tells Cloud, take her across the field. I'll hold him off. He slashes Sao's hand again and covers himself in her blood to draw the Kurong to him. The Kurong attacks Noi, and they have this epic battle. Noi actually gets the upper hand and shoots him. But just as he's dealing with that, Sao's pain gets too bad, and she transforms into the Krasu. Her head flies off toward her dad. When she gets there, Noi just looks at her with so much love, and he's crying. And in this crazy emotional moment, she uses one of her tentacles to wipe away his tears. But then, the Kurong comes out of nowhere, shoves his hand into Noi's chest, and rips out his heart. Just like that, her dad is gone. Sao goes completely berserk. She's screaming, and her eyes are blood red with rage. She launches herself at the Kurong, and it's a full-on monster brawl. They're biting and hitting each other, but the Kurong is just way too powerful. He throws her around, and then, seeing her in trouble, Cloud runs in to help, but the Kurong just swats him away like a fly. The Kurong grabs one of Sao's tentacles and just rips it off. She's in agony. He's got her in one hand and is about to pull her heart out when Cloud gets up again to help. The Kurong grabs him by the throat. So now he's holding them both, about to win, but then Cloud uses his healing power on the Kurong. The monster starts to turn back into a man. Seeing her chance, Sao stabs him in the neck with another tentacle. He falls down, and as he dies, he's thinking about his kids. But healing the Kurong took everything Cloud had. He's dying too. He uses his very last bit of strength to bring Sao's floating head back to her body and reattaches it. Just like that, she's cured. But Cloud is fading fast. Sao holds him in her lap, and he apologizes for leaving her. And then he dies. Sao was just left there, crying, having lost everyone. Then the movie just jumps to the next day. We see Sao in Krasu form flying through the forest. She's hunting for animals to eat, but now she's not scared. She's free. And that's how the movie ends. Just totally insane, right?